about time I actually read books off of my shelf. Hello, my name is Ansu. If you don't know who I am, consider subscribing down below. It has been a while since I've thought about doing this, so this is like my TBR for 2023, the books that I want to read that are on my shelf that needs to be read. The first one is very much something that I was very excited to get. I got it right when I realized how much I would really enjoy it, and that was Kaiki by Vaishnavi Patel. So we're following around Kaiki, who is supposed to get into like this marriage alliance, and she's not very happy about it, and she's stopping people from like destroying her life essentially. And I think she's also asexual, so there might be some representation there. And I don't know too much about this, but I've heard only lovely things about it, and I would really love to get to it. It is by a brown person, so like your girl might really enjoy it, right? So that's why I've been really looking forward to getting to this one. It's just been a while. I need to get to this very, very soon. I'm not gonna explain too much about it because I don't know too much about it. But yeah. Are you surprised to see this book still here? Bloodmark by Tracy Deonn. I loved the first book, Legendborn, so much. I have talked about it extensively on my channel at this point, and Bloodmark is the second book in that series. I have finished about 100 pages, so it's not too bad. It's quite bad. I pre-ordered this book and it came out in like November of last year. I still have yet to finish it. We're following around this main character, Bree, whose mother just died. Mysterious circumstances, and she's going to this university as a young 16-year-old girl, and she's trying to like fit in, and she comes across these people who does like magic around her, fighting demons, and she gets her memory wiped because you're not supposed to know about magic. Once she gets her memories wiped, she gets a sensation that she's felt this before. She remembers like everything that happened in the university, and she remembers the sensation of the same thing happening on the day that her mother died. So she thinks that her memory was wiped that day, and she's trying to figure out like what's going on, why her memory was wiped, and all that kind of stuff. And in that like extensive research and finding out things, she meets with this other guy who is part of this secret society called Legendborn, and they're basically like demon hunters, and it's such an intriguing storyline, and it's so good. Absolutely fucking adore this, and I still have yet to read it, so fun. Next up, I've had this book for so long, I don't know what I'm doing with it. Red Rising by Piers Brown. I have always made this joke that Piers Brown has very piercing eyes. Piers Brown. Get it? Okay, I'm lame, I know that. But this is the first book of the Red Rising trilogy. I've only heard rave reviews about this. I've always like read the first chapter of this book and I just drop it very quickly. I think I've read the first chapter like 3 times at this point, and I just haven't gotten further than that. I think I have to read this physically more than listening to it on audiobook, or just have to like power through it. I don't know. I just haven't gotten around to getting to this one. These like people are enslaved, and this man's wife has been taken away, and he's trying to like find justice for this, and he's like fighting the enemies essentially, and it's like a rebellion against these people, and it's supposed to be very interesting. I just haven't gotten around to it, so I'm hoping that this year is the year that I finally finish this book. I want you to hold me accountable to this. Actually don't, because I probably won't read it, but anyway. Also, next one is Foundry Side by Robert Jackson Bennett. I've had this for a very long time. This is the first book in the Founders trilogy, and this sounds like such a fun premise. I've talked about this as well a lot on my channel, and this one follows around this girl who escaped enslavement, and she gets this opportunity to do like a heist to steal a jewel, and she is being hunted by a lot of people because she has this jewel in her possession. So she's trying to escape all these people who are trying to kill her, and she's trying to get this jewel to like another place so that she can get some money and live vicariously. But yeah, she's being hunted every which way, and she's trying to figure out like what she can do with her life essentially, and it's supposed to be very interesting, and it just sounds really cool. I left a bookmark in here. Oops. It sounds very cool. I just haven't gotten around to it either. I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna happen, okay? The next one is Wondersmith by Jessica Townsend. This one, honestly, I read Nevermore, which is the first book in this trilogy. I loved that book. I thought it was so adorable. It was really fun. The fantasy, the found family sensation, like everything was really fun, and it was really cutesy. It's a middle grade book, right? Middle grade fantasy. Really enjoyed it. but I just couldn't get through the rest of the series. I don't know why. I have the second and third book of the series and I should be good to go, but I just haven't gotten around to it. So we're following around Morgan Crow, who has the curse of the world on her, and everyone thinks that anything that bad happens in this town is essentially her fault. She's basically told her all her life that she's going to die on her 11th birthday on Eventide. The day before Eventide, her 11th birthday, she gets whisked off into this land called Nevermore. And this is where she learns that she's like magic, and she goes through this like trials to like fit in and be part of these like student society, I guess. And she's trying her best to be a part of this place where she's not known as a bad luck charm. And yeah, it's a very interesting story. I really enjoyed the first book so much. I just have to get to this one, and yeah, it's gonna happen this year. It has to, because it's really fun and I'm really looking forward to it. The next one, Library Carrier by Michelle Obama. I pre-ordered this around the same time that I got Blood Marked. Do you see a pattern here? I just haven't gotten around to this either. I have read Becoming by Michelle Obama and I loved it so much that I don't understand why I shouldn't be reading this, because I think I would really enjoy it. This is obviously a non-fiction written by her, and it's just talking to you about how life is basically difficult and how she dealt through things, and basically giving you tips and stuff. And I think it's going to be very interesting and I would really enjoy it. I just have to get the time and pick it up. The final book that I want to chat about is The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. I was intrigued. Ooh la la. There were pictures. I didn't realize. And I also left my bookmark in here. Fuck. Okay, I left my bookmarks everywhere. But okay. I had seen this book floating around a lot, so I was very intrigued by it. There's 6 different people that we're following around. I feel like it might be overkill with the different types of perspectives that we're gonna get. But I'm still very intrigued by this book, and I would really like to know what this one is about by reading it finally this year. But we'll see. Like, honestly, I'm not too sure. Because I have heard mixed reviews. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this, but I'm looking forward to at least trying it. I had one more book on this list. I still haven't gotten my hands on it, which is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I did order this. It's gonna come soon. It is definitely on my TBR, but since I don't physically have it with me yet, I'm just gonna breeze through it. But that is something that I definitely want to read this year as well. But anyway, those are all the books that I wanted to talk about today. This is a way that I can read down my shelf for 2023, and that is my TBR for this year. If you're new here, hi, my name is Ansu. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified every single time I upload a new video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all next time with another one. Until then, I'll talk to you in the comments. Bye!